Alright, this video is going to be about prepping. Most of them looking people who have good heart intentions, people who believe in God, the Creator, stuff like that, to show you the right way to actually prep. If you're not a believer, well, you're going to be when you see all the prophecies happen exactly as it says, and you have to live through this stuff, okay? So anyhow, long story short, there's a lot of good prepping videos out there, probably hundreds of thousands of them. You've probably already seen at least 10 or 15 good preppers out there prepping. I've been knowing about this kind of stuff going to happen since 2005. I think that's before Obama became president. I thought Bush was going to be the one doing all this evil stuff. And then Obama came and I said, oh yeah, he's definitely going to do some bad stuff. But either way it goes, it's all been planned out. Stuff's going to happen. You're going to have power outage or something bad's going to happen. And you got to be ready for it. All right, so of course you got to get your bacon and beans, or people say your beans and bullets. Your medical supplies. You definitely want to make sure you got, gauze for wounds, sutures to be able to sew up someone's injuries. Definitely antibiotics, not just your basic ivermectin and stuff like that for this. I call it the cooties that everyone's scared of. This cootie scare. All right, but you also need other things. Like triple antibiotic ointment, alcohol, peroxide. You need all this stuff more than you need guns and bullets, all right? Guns and bullets ain't gonna do you any good when you're starving to death. You definitely need food. You need heirloom seeds, which is the seeds that can regrow next year as the same crop. Grow you some corn, save some of those, plant them again next year. Your GMO and your hybrids will not do that. I've tried to grow some of the next generations like that. I get a corn cob about that big, look like some of that stuff you have a Chinese food cup. You're like, wow, you got like a cob this big with one little kernel of corn on it. And it don't work out, so you gotta have your heirloom seeds, all right? However, I'm not a good farmer. I'm not real good at growing. I got a lot of seeds, but I might need somebody else to help me grow a pretty good crop, So anyway, I got a lot of food stocked up, stuff like that. But for the Christian people, that's what I'm saying. We've lost a lot of the root of being Christian. You drive down the road, just when a car broke down, you won't stop and pick and help them up, help them out. You're scared. That guy might have a gun. He might rob me. So this fear that God tells you not to have stops you from doing what's important. Now you stop and pick him up, you might find out, hey, he knows this, he got that. You can find out some things from him. Or God helps you out later on down the road, gives you something awesome because you did something good. That single act of kindness kind of thing. All right, we gotta be even more open-minded like this during this pandemic. If you're afraid and you just shoot at anybody who walks by your house, you ask them to get yourself killed for one thing, because my group's coming by and we're hunting and looking for stuff and we're asking information like what's further down the road, and you start shooting at us, where there's 50 of us. We would probably level your little house and everybody in it. I don't want to do that. We don't want to have a firefight. So anyway, if you see somebody walking around, they're armed, and they have guns, everybody's going to have guns on them, so no need to be scared of that, all right? If they're not in a hostile formation, or they're not coming at you like they're ready to shoot you, maybe you can shoot a warning shot in the air, let us know you're home, all right? And say, hey, what do y'all want? Bring one negotiator up here, and we'll talk. Because all we're going to do is let you know what we got. We got a bunch of food we caught today, or we're here to barter and trade, or we're just hunting, or whatever we're doing. We'll tell you what we're doing. And really, you need to learn how to barter and trade with somebody. For example, I don't know how to, nobody actually knows how, I know of, knows how to actually make deer skin clothes, or clothes out of any kind of animal, or the beaver skin hats, like they did back in the old days. Once your clothes tears apart, what you gonna wear? You gonna walk around daggone oak leaves? You got to be serious. All right. Now, even if you've been prepared for 20 years, you got enough food stocked up to last you the next 100 years of freeze-dried beans or whatever. All right. Doesn't mean nothing, because everything you have has a good chance to break. All right. Your water line could break, or your power just quit working. Your generator that got power breaks. Your cow farts quit making methane to run your little methane thing. Your river that has your water running down for your water mill that creates your electricity, it just dried up somehow. Now you ain't got no power. What you gonna do? All right. If you're just you and your wife and your kids, and you don't have a whole lot of abilities or materials to repair things that break, you might need to start negotiating with other people. But it won't help out if you done shot everybody. All right, that's what the devil wants you to be divided. Look out for you and your family and forget everybody else. You know, but that's what the devil does. Think about the commercial you see on TV now. Here's some earphones. You can put it on in the airplane, and you can tune out everybody else. Have your own little space. That's what he wants to do. Be isolated. Don't be isolated. Get to know people. Get out there. Don't be afraid. This is the time, the biggest time ever, to get out there and get to know people. Get to not be in your own isolation, but to get there and start networking, getting ready for what's going to happen. You ain't got to mention what's going to happen, just to get to know people who might be ready for what's happening, or people who are not ready. Or let's say somebody lives in a city, a big city like New York. They could be listening to Alex Jones or Mike Adams or just somebody, and they're prepared for what's going to happen. But they're in a big city, and they ain't got no money to get out. Whatever it is, they might be stocking up food and beans and all that in their apartment complex with no way to get out of the city. But they might have their idea how to get out of the city, but they might need some help. You know, they don't know where to go. They're just stocking up food, and they're terrified. Let's say they find a way to run away from that city, and they had to leave all their stuff they stocked up behind. What are you going to do when you watch them run through your field looking for help? You're just going to shoot the guy? He was preparing, but he just wasn't ready. He wasn't able to get out of the city. But then when he's running for his life, some redneck guy who's, I've been prepared for 20 years, just going to shoot that guy. All right? That's what happens when we're afraid, when we have fear. The biggest part about being prepped up, don't have fear, okay? Of course, be ready to defend your family. Be ready to defend your group. We're going to have a little community with us, all right? So be ready to defend your community. Also be willing to welcome in someone who might have supplies on wheels or just have skills to do something you don't know how to do. Or even think that you need more hunters, you need more fishermen, you need more people who can make clothes. You might need someone else that can cook food, or someone else who's got spices that they growed. You never know what anybody's got. Everyone has their own hidden talents. You'll never discover those hidden talents if you go out there by yourself with a selfish mentality. So love each other, love your neighbor like God said, and then hold tight to what you have, and thank God for every single day you have. That's all I got. Be prepared.